Welcome to Minto. It's now the 15th of January 2021 and a lot's happened since the last video. Obviously the inspection we had of this place went well. Fortunate for us because the rentals at both Sandra Place and Love Place ultimately fell through. We actually signed the lease for this property on the 10th of December and moved in on the 18th. So we've been here almost a month now. The place is still a bit of a disaster area. I mean, there's boxes and things everywhere, but we're slowly getting there. The premise is slightly smaller than what we had at Glenfield, which is making it interesting when it comes to trying to fit everything in. Simple things like the kitchen here only has 4 drawers where we had 6 at Glenfield. So what do we do with all the crap that we had in those 2 additional drawers? Like most things, they're currently in boxes packed down in the garage. This place does actually have a separate garage and carport, which are both behind locked gates and roller doors. And when we first moved in, they were absolutely packed solid with boxes. You just couldn't fit anything else in. So since we've moved in, it's been a personal goal to be able to actually put a car in the carport. Last week I actually tried to put Melissa's little Baleno in there. Got it in, but couldn't get out of the car. There was just so much crap there. Yesterday, major milestone, I got the Ford Escape in and I was able to actually get out of the car. So we are making headway, it's just, taking time. The place is a little bit smaller than what we had at Glenfield, but for the 3 of us at the moment, it's a good size. Love the higher ceilings. The place is fully carpeted, whereas we had tiles before. Interestingly, it makes for a warmer atmosphere in this house. We've noticed, particularly overnight, that it takes a lot longer to cool down. That's just something different, but it's the biggest difference we have noticed is there are 4 steps leading out into the backyard. It's proving an issue for Beau, so we've had to get a ramp for him just to make his access a bit easier. Took him a day or so to adapt to it, but now handles it like a veteran. Said it's not an issue. The place is a little bit further to the train station than Glenfield was. I mean, according to the maps, it was only several hundred metres further, but you really notice it after the end of a long 12-hour shift. So much so that I've actually got myself a bike locker down at the railway station, and as soon as the key arrives, I'll shortly start riding my push bike to and from the station. Other things of note, there are townhouses set up behind us, so our neighbours are a lot closer, but fortunately they're fairly quiet in the townhouses behind. We haven't heard much of anything at this stage. Within the street house itself, all our neighbours are around the same age as Melissa and myself, tend to keep fairly much to themselves, so it's nice and quiet. Those that we have spoken to, seem like nice people. It's actually not a bad area. One of the comments that both Melissa and the boys have made is that they tend to hear a lot more sirens here than we ever did at Glenfield, and that's due to our proximity to the main road that runs through from Campbelltown through to Macquarie Fields, Ingleburn and Glenfield. We're forever hearing police cars, ambulances, running back and forwards to the other suburbs. It's kind of interesting because the work colleagues think, Minto's feral. They'd be surprised if they came out here. Yes, it did have a bad reputation years ago, but that's all changed. All those people have all grown up and moved out, and now it's just a nice quiet suburb. It's like most of the parts of Macquarie Fields. Lovely area, close to bushland, nice and quiet. 1 or 2 streets give a bad rep, and unfortunately the rest of the suburb's been tarred with the same brush. But so far so good. We like what we see at this stage. It's close to the major shopping centre. Public transport's not too far away, even though I have had to get the bike locker. But time will tell. Hopefully we'll be here long term. Initially we were only placed on a 6-month lease, but apparently that's the norm now for new rentals, people moving into new properties. But the estate agents are confident that we're going to be here for a while, and we'd like to think we are. Let's wait and see, hey?